Joining us this lovely Friday, last of summer evenings. We've been in this room every Friday night for 53 years. So thank you for being part of the wonderful tradition that is this space. Tonight, we welcome Rod Abernethy. He's amazing. You're going to love his songwriting and his guitar playing. So we're really excited to have you here. Welcome.
I'm excited to be here.
Let's give him a warm welcome. Rod Abernethy.
Thank you. How's everybody? Thank you for coming, and thank you for having me. It's just great to have people to play for. For a couple of years back, we weren't playing a whole lot, and I think Joel can attest to that.
That's how we met.
That's how we met. You're right. And I'm just happy to be here, and I'm going to be playing some songs of mine and some songs from other people that I love and love to play. So just relax and have a good time. Broken lines, broken strings, broken threads, broken springs, broken idols, broken heads, people sleeping in broken beds. Ain't no jiving, ain't no joking. Everything is broken. Broken bottles, broken plates, broken switches, broken gates, broken dishes, broken parts. The streets are filled with broken hearts. Broken words never meant to be spoken. Everything is broken. Every time you go off and leave someplace, things fall to pieces in my face. Broken cutters, broken saws, broken buckles, broken laws, broken bodies, broken bones, broken voices on broken phones. Take a deep breath. Feels like you're choking. Everything is broken. Someplace, things fall to pieces in my face. Broken plows, broken treaties, broken hands, broken plows, broken pipes, broken tools, people pinned in broken rules. Hound dog howling, bullfrog croaking. Everything is broken. Everything Thank you. Have any fishermen in the room? People who like to go out and fish? Well, I got into fishing about 7 years ago, and pretty much all I was doing was going to Bass Pro Shops and spending money. You know, you have Bass Pro Shops up here, you do. I mean, you can buy a burger or a bass boat. It's pretty funny. But a friend of mine said, "You don't seem to be catching any fish, so why don't you come up to my place?" It was in Pennsylvania. "And I guarantee you'll catch some fish." And I'm like, "No, I don't think so. I'll have fun." But he said, "No, I think you'll catch fish. It's a private lake and a catch and release lake. So evidently there's a lot of fish there." But I went out one morning, and in 30 minutes I caught 7 largemouth bass.
Oh my gosh.
I've never done that again. I need to go back up there. But I was so taken back and happy about it, I wrote a little soundtrack to that experience on the 12-string, and it's called Lucky 7. Thank you. Well, when I was in college, I studied music, and my parents were pretty worried about that. So when I got to be a senior, they were still worried, like, how are you going to make a living? I wasn't really that concerned at the time. I just wanted to get through school, and I wanted to start playing. Of course they were worried about it. I'm not sure what that is. I've not heard that sound before. Anyway, I'm just going to keep playing. So one weekend they said, why don't you come home to the little mountain town in western North Carolina. We want to show you something. And I'm like, okay. It was kind of mysterious. And I came home from Chapel Hill, and I showed up at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We jumped in the car. And like, this is kind of weird. We want to show you something. And they went up. It's a little town, kind of like Downers Grove. And we stopped at this place, and it was Ellis's Bike Repair and Locksmith and Lawnmower Repair. And I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? And they said, well, if you come back here to Forest City, after you get out of school, we'll buy this business for you. He's going out of business, and you'll have a place to work and a place to live. And I could have been a lawnmower repairman, which is a perfectly respectable profession. But the reason I'm standing here is because I didn't become a lawnmower repairman or a locksmith. So, thanks to my parents. But about 3 years later, we were at this wedding reception back home, and I'd started playing and doing stuff, and I heard Dad around the corner. He was talking about Rodney. That's my name, Rodney. And somebody had asked him, "Hey Doc, what's your son do?" He says, "Well, he's a musician." And I went, "Okay, here it comes." And he went, "He's as good as Paul McCartney." It's just like, I could not believe it. I'm not as good as Paul McCartney. But for Dad to say that was a big step from small engine repair. Anyway, here's a song about living in North Carolina and the state that I really love. And it's called Carolina Rose. Time was on my side. My daddy said, walk, don't run. I kept tearing down the highway, staring at the sun, headed for the west, thinking I could change the world. Oh, nothing could ever stop me when I was 21. A long time ago, seems like yesterday, when I first sat behind the wheel, took off down the road. Little did I know all the lessons I would learn, traveling down these Carolina roads, traveling down these Carolina roads. Tried to find my way through the jungle of LA, walking miles of broken dreams down Melrose Avenue. Promises were made, there was little I could do. I came back to Carolina to make my dreams come true. A long time ago, seems like yesterday, when I first sat behind the wheel, I took off down the road. Little did I know all the lessons lessons I would learn traveling down these Carolina roads, traveling down these Carolina roads. Carolina skies, hills of green and blue. Oh, nothing shines as brightly as that Carolina moon. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, I hear Carolina calling, and I'm coming home to you. Yeah, I'm coming home to you. Yeah, I'm coming home to you. Many roads have gone, traveling on the ring, and the girl of my dreams, traveling right here by my side, and we'll travel to the end of days on these Carolina roads. A long time ago, seems like yesterday, when I first sat behind the wheel and took off down the road. Little did I know all the lessons I would learn traveling down these Carolina roads, traveling down these Carolina roads. Yeah, 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 yeah. Carolina roads. Howdy. Thanks for coming. Well, we have a hound dog. Anybody out there have a hound dog? Do you have a dog at all? Yeah. I bet your dog doesn't run away. Now, what kind of dog do you have?
Probably a Bichon Poodle mix.
Oh, that's great. And you can open the door and the dog won't run away and run out for 5 hours, and then you get a call later saying, "Is this your dog?" And you go and pick the dog up, and it's covered in mud and water. And you don't have that dog, do you?
Yes, I had to pick it up and pay $75 to get it from the pound.
There you go.
Recently.
I've done that too. Well, we have a Treen Walker coonhound that we got at the shelter. And this dog is the sweetest looking dog ever. It's looks kind of like a big beagle. But Maddie, she's very quiet, but if that door opens or she hears a door or anything, she's over to it. She's waiting for somebody to come in, and she's gone. She's probably gone about 85 times.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm serious, and over a 13-year period. And it's been pretty maddening, but we always get a call, and sometimes she's been 10 miles away.
Wow.
Like in a matter of, she's just going. Where is she going? I don't know. But I watched her jump over the fence about a year after we got her. Wondered, how's she getting over that fence? And she will put her hind legs on the first, like the fence has about this tall, and it has boards, like one like this, and another one like this. And she would jump and put her hind feet on the bottom board and like this, and then pole vault over the fence. And nothing we could do to stop that. I mean, we could have built a taller fence, but anyway, the point of all this is I wrote a song, an instrumental for her. And guess what it's called? Over the Fence. Here she goes. Over the Fence. Oh, Maddie.
She's still jumping over the fence
Well,
at 13?
she,
Whatever you say.
she popped her ACL in her knee, and she can't do that, but she will bust under it if she can do it.
So you didn't get her ACL fixed?
We did, and that wasn't cheap. But she's walking better now. But she's almost 14, and she's just having arthritis and hip problems, and she's old like me. I don't jump over the fence anymore either. How would you like to hear a new one?
Sure.
I was thinking about all the people I've, have been through my life, and some of them passed away, and some of them have just faded away. I don't know where they are. It's been years and years and years, and I had this thing one afternoon. It was kind of like well, they're kind of like ghosts. It's like I'm living with ghosts that are good ghosts, you know. So I wrote a song. It's called Living with Ghosts. He asked me what I thought of his new painting on the wall. I said I felt like it was a part of me. He said, why don't you take it home? Sometimes I forget he died so long ago. Today I caught myself dialing his phone to say hello. Living with ghosts, they'd live deep inside of me. Why do I feel so alive? Living with ghosts. She sits there in a photograph from 1925, smiling for the cameras. I wonder what's behind those eyes. If I could go back in time and spend the day with you, I have so many questions for the grandmother I never knew. Living with ghosts, they'd live deep inside of me. Why do I feel so alive? Living with ghosts. On Sunday afternoons, he'd sit at his Steinway and cast a spell on anyone who'd listen to him play. I can see his fingers dancing on the keys. He left us years ago, but his piano is here to comfort me. Hello, my dear, how are you? Call me when you get back home. That's the message that my mother left for me 6 years ago. Now that message lives above me in a cloud so far away. Just knowing that it's there keeps her close to me today. Living with ghosts, they'd live deep inside of me. Why do I feel so alive? Living with ghosts, living with ghosts. Tuning. Okay. So my wife goes on these long trips. She's in a kind of a vacation club, so she goes to, she'll go out to the Caribbean, or she'll go skiing, or So last year she went to Costa Rica with some friends. And I got this text about 3 days later after she left. And she's on a boat somewhere, and she's got this big fishing rod, and this rod is just bent over. And she's like, and she's looking at the camera like, you know, like, what is she doing? She's on a boat. So about it was more like 15 minutes later, I get another text with a photo, and she's holding a fish that's this big. And it's not one of those photos where, you know, like people will hold the fish close to the camera so it looks really big. She's got it right here. And it's like all silver, and it's called a jackfish. Never heard of a jackfish. It's a great name, jackfish. And all I could think about was her just pulling that, just wrestling that, you know, jackfish. For all I know, it was 30 minutes or so after she started. So I wrote a soundtrack to that experience for her. And I called it Jackfish Rodeo. I've got a mess of chords up here. But I like to have all these guitars. I can't help it. I have a bad habit. I can't seem to shake it. I've had it for years. And I've tried to stop it. Can't stop it. It's drinking coffee. I just can't get rid of it. And I went without coffee for about 2 or 3 months. And I don't know, I just couldn't stop. But this friend of mine, I was having a hard time writing a song, any song. I was going through a dry spell, and if you're a musician, you know, sometimes Joel knows what I'm talking about. You just can't write. So this friend of mine at the coffee shop said, "You're going through a rough time, why don't you write a song about coffee? You love it so much." And I went, "That's the silliest thing I've ever heard." But I thought, well, why not? I'll try it. So it took me about 2 weeks. And I started by looking at the menu at the coffee shop. Thinking, well, all those different kinds of coffee. And then I went online. Then I went to Starbucks and looked at their thing. And then I just thought about it for a while and how crazy I was about coffee. And I wrote a silly song. And it's called The Coffee Song. And I hope you like it. Double short latte, flat white over ice, peppermint mocha, caramel pumpkin spice, a doppio macchiato, ice cream, affogato, all day, every day, don't stop, I need another cup of joe. Yeah, give me my cup of joe. Cry me up another cup, 'cause I'm a mean, lean, blue jean, caffeinated coffee fiend. Almond milk, soy milk, brown sugar, oat milk. Whip me up some coconut or butter in my favorite cup. I need a nitro, I want an infusion. I think I'm having deja brew. I need a cup of joe. Yeah, give me my cup of joe. Cry me up another cup, 'cause I'm a mean, lean, blue jean, caffeinated coffee fiend. Some people think it's overrated, but nothing else keeps me so motivated. How could a little bean on a tree have such a big hold on me? The best part of waking up is cappuccino in my cup. What the heck, I'll have another vanilla train wreck. It's like dynamite in my blood. The best way to make me laugh is hand me a cup of decaf. Give me my cup of joe. Yeah, give me my cup of joe. Cry me up another cup, 'cause I'm a mean lean. Yeah, I'm a mean lean. I'm a mean lean, blue jean, caffeinated coffee fiend. Thank you. I'm going to play one more and take a break. Thanks again for Two-Way Street Coffee House for having me, and thank you for being here. My dad was a great guy, just the best dad ever, but he didn't talk too much, and I wrote this for him. Last Christmas Eve, I had a dream. My father was reaching out to me. He was standing near the fireplace. A younger man, I could see his face. He spoke to me and it felt so real. And we talked for hours there in my dream. My father was a quiet man, and sometimes hard to understand. In church when I was only 3, so tall he stood there next to me. He held a hymnal open wide. It was there his voice could ring a mountainside. We took a trip to Spartanburg in his 57 Thunderbird. We walked into the music store. He knew exactly what he was looking for. Had an intuition about his son. Somehow knew the man he would become. And in his own quiet way, he handed me my first guitar that day. Years ago, my brother passed away, and the angel spoke to me that day. As I walked into my father's house, he was standing there reaching out. He gave me such a long embrace. Quiet tears were falling from his face, and I learned how strong a man can be when death befalls the family. Yes, my father was a quiet man, and sometimes hard to understand. I look at him, I see myself in a photograph upon the shelf. I watch my son, now he's 21. A father someday he will become, and I hope someday he'll understand how sometimes I can be a quiet man. My father was a quiet man. Thank you. Take a break and I'll be back.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rod. We're going to take a short break, 10 to 15 minutes. The bathrooms are down the hall and on the left. And Rod brought some CDs. They're on the counter, so if you want to check them out, I think they're $15 a piece. He has a, what do we call it? A chalice? A goblet.
A goblet.
A goblet.
A goblet.
Over there with some change. You can put your money in and make yourself some change. So we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. Refill your snacks and refreshments.
How did you ladies happen to come tonight? Oh, hi, do you know somebody? Do you know him?
No, I haven't been back in a long time, and I haven't seen my good friend for quite a while, so I've been wanting to come. Is it something to go to Maple Street?
Yeah,
And
yeah, we go
Acoustic
there.
Renaissance too, but I haven't been back here for a while, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think I could. So it was a great night to come.
Oh, my.
He's good. Yeah, how about you?
We come every Friday night.
Oh, you do?
And, it's just like family for us, you know?
Oh, that's cute.
I talk to everybody, it's just a good place.
Yeah.
And I encourage other people to come or agree, you know?
Oh, good for you.
Because a lot of people don't know about it.
Right.
Or, and if they don't know about it, if they don't know what's they're missing, then
Right.
you know, my thought was, let's open the window and let the sound touch
Well,
your
that's
toes.
right. I couldn't find it. It's been back. It's been like 20 years. But I could hear it. That's why.
Is
Then
that
I
right?
saw the sign
Yeah.
was there. Then I
Yes,
got a
they
picture
are.
of it.
Oh, I'm glad you found it, cause.
Yeah, lovely.
But, you're welcome.
Well, thanks for being here. Thank you.
Over here.
What'd you do in your arm?
Oh, I ran it into a wall,
Oh, ouch.
and I think I tried to stop myself.
Oh, okay.
Mistake, but it's better than what else might have happened.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, not stopping.
Healing.
Did you break it?
A small crack, I think.
Yeah.
It just says where this is two hands.
Good thing your information.
I can manage, I can manage. I have to ask for help, but,
Oh, yeah. We all need to ask for help.
so, that's right, that's right.
That's your
I fell. I fell a couple weeks ago. And I went to save myself and put my elbow up.
Heard that.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna do that.
Did you break it?
Into the restroom.
There's a crack.
Oh,
But the description of what it is.
it's quite a guitar.
Alignment, you know, but they wanna make sure it doesn't.
Makes me feel like fruit. It makes a difference.
Oh,
And the way to do something, you do it.
Not even a
Yeah, she wanted a song that was more secure. Okay. And is that? I usually feel pretty.
So what, it'll take a number of weeks? So you accompany yourself,
Let's see, it'll be
where he
4
plays
weeks.
the guitar.
How
many more to go? Depends on other people.
I don't think, maybe none, I don't know, but then I hit my head
It's
too.
not easy.
Oh, no.
Recovering from
Pretty easy for me.
that.
Well, you've been playing
Yeah,
all
when
the
you hit
time.
your head, you know, you want an external bump, because if it goes internal, then you've got
I played
really big problems.
the bass, so it's easy.
So you get a
concussion?
No, I didn't,
Stand
but
up and
it's
lecture.
surprising that I don't, but it's still.
Oh, yeah, you obviously bruised.
Not easy though, bass is not easy.
And you know what that is?
It
It's
is,
the
but
blood from your impact.
wanna play too
goes in
much.
your face.
There's something that makes somebody else sound good. Do learn the right way, then you can play well.
What?
If you learn how to play the correct right way, then you can play well.
I just have to look at
I mean, they're living is one thing, but you can always
Coming out, Mike?
improvise after you
Yeah,
play
let's see,
well.
yeah.
Oh, you have to stand up. Oh,
Learn the
gosh.
basics first.
How's it going, man?
Okay. So do you have your wraps on your legs?
Yeah, let's see, for now.
Do you have colitis or something? Yeah.
Well, it's lymphedema, the lymph nodes are plugged up and
Maybe I don't.
they're making me wear this, I don't know how long this will last because of compression sounds.
So what do they do? What does the wrap do?
It really compresses the leg and it allows the blow away the sugar.
Oh, what are you cold?
I couldn't get my socks on.
9
that
o'clock.
bad?
That's my theory.
I got an infection going.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Shows infection under control?
Dun, 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 dun.
You're taking antibiotics?
No, I don't know if I do that.
No?
Wow.
What's your name?
I'm Jerry. And you are?
Mike.
Okay.
Well, I don't think it's forever.
Award?
It helps. You know, it's a pain, but
Yeah, good luck, brother.
thanks.
And so is the next step compression socks?
Probably.
No.
After the shoe was,
No.
it was a big deal. So, you don't want it. You don't want lymphedema.
No.
Don't overeat. Jerry.
Yeah, they're really
That's
good.
fun.
So,
Take a look.
They're really
hey, way it goes, you know. Things happen. I mean, it's better the other way, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My ankles are all swollen
What the?
and they measure it and whatever.
Yeah, that's
It's gonna be that.
Yeah, yeah, well, I hope you got a good doctor.
Well, it's a therapist.
Oh, okay.
I have to go back and check it out. You know, I was cutting the insurance, this, that, and the other. But listen, I'm gonna take off here, Jerry. Okay, you take care of me.
You too.
Yeah,
Take care.
all right.
And I'm frozen too.
Miss Jennifer. Jennifer.
That's me. That, okay.
Take care.
You stand up?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna stand
Bye
up?
for it.
Do I have to?
It's advisable.
All right.
It's what?
Advisable.
Advisable, stand up? Why is that?
Why? For
Yeah.
the hot chocolate. Joints.
I got a joint right here, I'm gonna smoke it.
You said hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate. Sorry, I asked. Wait, where's my purse? I'm not sure where I'm going. Oh, wait. I gotta get this jacket on. I'm frozen. Am I sitting over there?
Yep.
Where am I sitting? Where are you sitting? Why? Think about it, think about it, think. Oh, dear.
There's a
Right
purse
here,
on the
Linda.
floor
Right
under
here.
the chair.
Oh, right here. Under the, oh. Next to Don. Well, I thought that was where it was, but I didn't see the purse there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, dear. Sure, takes a minute.
Okay, so you're gonna show me some pictures of children? Yeah. I'm
It
gonna,
does get cold in the
you
back.
think these are for baby?
Oh,
It's been, you know, when the whole gets cool at night and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Times aren't changing.
Did
Thank
you
you.
say someone chocolate?
Yes.
How do you have it? Do you know somebody? I've been here before. Oh, cool.
I got it.
We're gonna be gone.
Some regular coffee?
Did you have these guys too?
Chocolate is good too.
Well, we're gonna be gone. They're here. They're here, but we're gonna be out of town.
Were you here to take place?
So,
Oh, so that's why you used to be the, you were here with us, right?
yeah. Oh, that's September.
Oh, okay, that's why, yeah, that's.
But
I think all those.
Yeah, okay. This,
Okay, okay.
This is really fun. Okay.
Come in here.
October's our
Maybe.
Alright, I'm gonna take those. So this is my oldest son, Daniel.
Oh my gosh, he's handsome.
Yeah, he's a dentist. He's a dentist. Just stopped working. He did himself. He went to USC.
Are you cold?
In Chicago for high school. And then he did his residency at Hobbit.
Wow.
We
can both give you hugs.
Would
that warm you up?
Maybe.
But he's just left and he's gonna be practicing the cornerstone music.
Oh, yeah.
Which is not part of my classroom. He's starting there. And that's his nephew. Our youngest is almost 3 months.
was. You were done a ride there, huh?
It was a place I'd never been, near bowling, and then bowling.
Oh, in Bolingbrook. Okay. Was it his son? Your son is so handsome. And so his specialty is what? Family is. So I know the doctors he worked with, Kathy Barrett and her husband Ross. Oh my God. Oh my God. Stephen.
Or ones he'll be working with.
Corner store. The corner store. Oh, yeah.
He's gonna start at
Okay.
for the, you know, process.
I think you'll like it. They're really nice.
But you're drinking tea.
Drinking tea. I am drinking. It's mint tea.
So this is.
It's really pretty good. I haven't had mint tea in a while.
Yeah, mint tea is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially constant comment.
That is good.
Yeah. So how serious are you about drinking coffee?
Pretty serious, but I have to just lay off of it. Because I have heart palpitations, and it really aggravates that.
Have you ever considered roasting your own? It's not hard.
Just buy green and roast them at home.
You buy green, I buy my green beans over the internet.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then the decaf versions are altogether better than you're gonna buy commercially.
It's a pretty good idea. Because I can't find a good decaf.
Also, I'd suggest it's like a lot of things. If it tastes really good, you're probably not gonna gulp so much of it. It's like chocolate, you know, thinking a few more bites, it'll finally taste good, you know, for crummy chocolate. We're good chocolate, it'll satisfy you more quickly.
That's a really good point.
You know, like cheap candy.
Yeah. 'Cause I can't, I don't really get into the different kinds of coffee. I'm not like that, you know, I usually drink a latte.
If you, I don't know where to find it commercially, but one of my favorite coffees to drink just black, as opposed to making the cappuccinos I do, is Kenyan AA. You really want a good coffee.
Kenyan?
Kenyan AA.
Kenyan?
Yeah, obviously from the country of Kenya.
Where do you get it?
Well, there's an outfit, the main outfit I use is called, what is it? Coffee Project. And and you can order online or you can call them. And if you make a big enough order, they'll even offer you some small samples to roast. The roasters are comparably inexpensive, maybe about $150. And you save probably 40% on the cost of the coffee that you're using.
You just find them online, the company?
Yep, yeah.
Or we got paired up because of the last week's show. Yeah, no, I love that.
Are you a cappuccino person?
Yeah.
No?
But I drink mostly lattes or just
Do you make it yourself?
No, I go to.
You could probably save about 2/3 the cost making it
Sure I
yourself.
would.
You about ready?
I think so.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Before we get started with another set from the wonderful Rod Abernethy, I wanted to remind you that this coming weekend is the Fox Valley Folk Festival. So please make sure you don't forget about it. Labor Day weekend is now in Wheeler Park. Not that, well, next weekend I meant, sorry. The week from, I feel like the weekend is already over because this is it, right? This is where it's at. But yeah, so Labor Day weekend, not this coming weekend, next weekend. Two-Way Street has a stage on Sunday. We're going to be having Andrew Calhoun and Ashley Simpson are going to be playing. And we also are playing for 40 minutes, like 20 minutes each at the beginning of the day on the main stage. So don't forget to check that out. The last Saturday of the month is going to be a 5th Saturday, and we have a workshop Old Time Fiddle and Guitar Workshop with Spencer and Rains, who are actually also going to be at the Fox Valley Folk Festival. Next week, Deborah Cohen. So don't miss it. Right here, same time, same place. But now we have Rod.
Oh,
All right,
thank you.
take it away.
Thank you. I went to a folk conference, and it was actually here in this part of the country, Grand Rapids. Well, it's not really this part of the country, but further north than I usually go. And it was a folk conference called FARM. And what does FARM stand for?
Folk Alliance Region Midwest.
Midwest. And if you've never heard of Folk Alliance, it's really, they're all over the country, and folk and Americana musicians meet there, and also people that book music meet there, and they rent hotel rooms so they can play there, but it's like, I don't know, can be 50 hotel rooms where people are playing all night for 3 nights, and it's nuts. It's just nuts, but it's organized, and people have 10, 15, 20-minute slots to play, and organizers, people who are booking them, you know, have the list. Let's go here, and let's go there, and let's go see these people, and they're in hotel rooms, or people have pushed the beds to the wall, or taking the beds out, and it's crazy. So there was one, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was going down the hall where you can hear music all down these halls. But there was a line, about 50 people waiting to get into a room. I thought, man, these people must really be good. And I got up to it, and there was nobody playing. They just had 2 tables with whiskey and pie. And it was like a public service kind of thing. But it was the best whiskey and pie, especially at 1 in the morning. So, and different kinds of whiskey. It was like, you know, custom boutique whiskey and homemade apple pie, and it was great. So that left such an impression on me that coming back from that one, I came up with this idea for an instrumental called Whiskey and Pie. I just named it Whiskey and Pie. So think about whiskey and pie while I play this tune for you. Whiskey and pie. It's the title track of my album a couple of years ago. Called The Man I'm Supposed to Be. I'll never be a sailor conquering the raging sea. No, that ain't the man I'm supposed to be. I'll never be a dancer. I was born with two left feet. No, that ain't the man I'm supposed to be. Nobody ever called me a good man. That don't bother me. Just as long as you call me your man. The only man I ever want to be. I'll never be a boxer. I've got the heart but no technique. Yeah, that's not the man I'm supposed to be. I'll never be an acrobat flying high on the trapeze. No, that ain't the man I'm supposed to be. Nobody ever called me good man. That don't bother me. Just as long as you call me your man. That's the only man I ever want to be. I guess I'll be a singer, struggling to stay on key. Yeah, that's the man I'm supposed to be. Never first, never last, just somewhere in between. Oh yeah, that's the man I'm supposed to be. Nobody ever called me a good man. That don't bother me. Just as long as you call me your man. It's the only man ever want to be is the only man I ever want to be. Thank you. About this time of year, Mom would pack me and my brother in the Buick. They have Buicks still. There are Buicks, aren't there?
Yeah.
And we would go visit my grandparents in Georgia. And I loved going down there and driving the roads with my granddad. But to get to that place, you had to drive down this long dirt road. Once we got to Georgia, and there was this little house at the end of a long dirt road. But I'm going to take you there for a little bit. Riding in the back seat of my granddad's Oldsmobile, a dusty trail behind us, we were flying on 4 wheels. The Georgia sun was beaming on endless rows of corn. We made a 2-lane journey to a house at the end of a long dirt road. Kids are playing in the front yard. Folks are laughing in the den. We'd gather round all safe and sound. I had no worries then. The days were calm and peaceful. The moon smiling overhead. The nights were calm and peaceful. I could spend forever there. No one said it would be easy to walk this path alone. And if I get lost along the way, I'll dream of that dirt road home. I'll dream of that dirt road home. Sitting around the table, so many stories told. Time stands still in black and white. We were young and we were old. Now every wrinkle is a memory in this faded photograph. Feels like I'm trading places with these faces from my past. winter's here, the days are short, and nighttime comes too soon. I find myself outside alone, smiling at the moon. I'm not that superstitious, but some things I can't explain. How my life just keeps on changing, and my love remains the same. No one said it would be easy to walk this path alone. If I get lost along the way, I'll dream of that dirt road home. I'll dream of that dirt road home. Thank you. I was at a lake about 5 years ago. And it was a sunny afternoon. And I was watching these kids. They were jumping up and down, like squatting and jumping. I thought, that's pretty weird. What are they doing? I got closer, and they were trying to catch a frog. And they were kind of doing what the frog was doing, kind of back and forth and back. And it was pretty funny. I wish I'd had a... Well, I guess I did have a video camera on me, but I wasn't going to go, hey! You know, sometimes it's just not right to, you know. And, but I went home, and I was thinking about the way they were jumping and the way they were moving. So I wrote a tune called Catch That Frog. that from? There we go. My mom and dad met on a blind date. They were in Atlanta. I don't know if you know Atlanta at all, but it's kind of a grill. Do you remember Happy Days? Remember that? I mean, we're all old enough. We know Happy Days pretty well. And they met at a place in Atlanta like that. It was a pretty famous place called Varsity Grill. And so I always thought that was a happy thing for Mom. And, I asked her, it was about 10 years ago, I said, didn't you guys have a blind date, at Varsity Grill? Wasn't it fun? And she went, no, your dad was really conceited. He was kind of stuck up. I didn't like him that much. I went, really? Well, tell me more. Why did you keep dating? Because he would bring cigarettes to the sorority. Oh. And all the girls loved him. Charlie's bringing cigarettes. Joyce, he's really great. Why don't you like him? Eventually, to me, he was a quiet man. He didn't talk much. And I guess he didn't talk much. Maybe he seemed a little bit whatever. But they obviously got together. Because I'm standing here. But this is a tune for them. Farmer's girl from Georgia, walking the dirt roads to school. 4 brothers and father and mother, all living it simple and true. She made her way to Atlanta, a sweet southern ingenue, looking for someone to share her life and live it simple and true. Simple and true, that's all I'll ever ask of you. No need to be brilliant, clever or new, just keep it simple and true. He was born in Rutherford County, the son of a mill working man. His father and mother and year older brother lived a life according to plan. He met the young girl in Atlanta, then he went off to World War II, came back and asked her to marry. live a life simple and true. Simple and true, that's all I'll ever ask of you. No need to be brilliant, clever or new. Just keep it all simple and true. She was raised in the town of East Hartford, such a bright and beautiful girl. She moved south to North Carolina to find her brave new world. With hair as black as the midnight sky and a heart as big as the moon, I asked her to spend the rest of her life with me, living it simple and true. Simple and true, that's all I'll ever ask of you. No need to be brilliant, clever or new. Just keep it all simple and true. Keep it all simple and true. Thank you. Well, that time has come that you've been dreading all night. You've just been, oh no, he's not going to do that, is he? Well, the time has come. And I'm going to ask you to sing along. But it's easy. It's really easy. And there are no words involved. All you have to do is here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's Friday night, you can let it go. Yeah, 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 yeah. One more time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good. There once was a woman, she lived in a shoe. She had so many kids, she didn't know what to do. I asked her one day how she got in such a stew. She said it must be something that I did or I didn't do. Every day I keep trying the best I can do, but it's always something that I did or I didn't do. Here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Great. Yeah, 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 yeah. There once was a man, he'd been married 5 times. He tried and he tried, just couldn't get things right. I asked him one day, why are they so mad at you? He said it must be something that I did or I didn't do. Every day I keep trying the best I can do, but it's always something that I did or I didn't do. Sometimes I stand tall, sometimes I fall. Can't be to blame for not knowing it all. And when trouble falls down from out of the blue, I'm only human. I can only do the best I can do. Here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's good. Yeah, 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 yeah. I get these letters from the IRS, and oftentimes it causes me to drink in excess. Don't know what it is, my taxes are due. Must be something that I did or I didn't do. Every day I keep trying the best I can do, but it's always something that I did or I didn't do. I say out with the old and in with the new. Always gonna be something that I did or I didn't do. Last chance. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, great job. I've got a couple more. You guys are great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, my pleasure. So, I hear a lot of 80s songs, you know, in grocery stores and like the Muzak. But my favorite 80s song, I don't hear. I guess it's because it's my favorite 80s song. It's not Lover Boy or
Twisted Sister.
yeah, Twisted Sister or the Bangles. And all that stuff is fine. But this song, I don't hear people do. So I'm going to do it for you tonight. And it's one of my favorite Lyle Lovett songs. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, I'd ride it on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean. Me upon my pony on my boat. And if I were Roy Rogers, I'd sure enough be single. I couldn't bring myself to marrying old Dale. It'd just be me and Trigger riding in those movies. Then we'd buy a boat and on the sea we'd sail. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, I'd ride it on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean. Me upon my pony on my boat. The mystery masked man was smart. He got himself a Tonto. Tonto did his dirty work for free. But Tonto, he was smarter. One day, said Kimosabe, kiss my ass, I bought a boat and I'm going out to sea. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, I'd ride it on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean, me upon my pony on my boat. And if I were lightning, I sure as wouldn't need no sneakers. I'd come and go wherever I would please. I'd scare 'em by the light pole, I'd scare 'em by the shade tree, but I would not scare my pony on my boat out on the sea. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, I'd ride it on my boat, and we could all together go out on the ocean, me upon my pony, my boat. Thank you. Got one more here. We have any musicians out there besides these lovely two people?
Yeah, here's one.
Well, if you're a musician, you know that you do demos and you send out stuff all the time. You're trying to get work and trying to enter contests and whatever. And I sent out, well, let me back up with that. I read about this contest online. And it was from American Songwriter magazine, and it was play your favorite Dylan song on video and send it in. And I went, okay. So I got this video ready, and then I forgot about it. And it went on, and I thought I better put a post note on the back door to remind me to do this, send it off. And I forgot about it. So we went on vacation, and I totally wasn't thinking about it. This was like 2 weeks later. Came back, I saw the post note, I went, man, I gotta send that in. And I forgot about it. So it was the night of the deadline, like 12 o'clock, and this post note was on the back door. It said Dylan. And got in bed, and Suzanne said, what is that note that's been on the back door for 3 weeks? It says Dylan. And I went, ooh, I better get up. And I got up, and I pressed send, and I sent that video off to American Songwriter. And then I forgot about it because it was done. And the next week, Wednesday morning, I got an email saying I had won the Bob Dylan Song Contest. So, post notes are good. So here's one of my favorite Bob Dylan songs. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank Two-Way Street Coffee House for having this. This is wonderful, wonderful. This is called Oxford Town. Oxford Town, everybody got their head bowed down. Sun don't shine above the ground. Hey, hey, I'm going down to Oxford Town. Oxford town, guns and clubs followed it down, all because its face was brown. Better get away from Oxford town. Oxford town, around the bend, I come to the door, couldn't get in, all because the color of the skin. What do you think about that, my friend? Son, we got met with a tear gas bomb. Don't even know why we're come. We're going back where we come from. Oxford town in the afternoon. Everybody's singing a sorrowful tune. Two men died beneath the Mississippi moon. Somebody better investigate soon. Oxford town, everybody got their head bowed down. Sun don't shine above the ground. I ain't never coming back. No, I ain't never coming back. Yeah, I ain't never coming back. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rod. Before we go tonight, I wanted to make sure that we give a shout out to our volunteers. So we have Tim, who is helping out on the sound, and Debbie was behind the counter, and Joel was taking tickets. So we are an all volunteer operation over here. So a big round of applause for our volunteers. And now, Rod, nobody, and I mean nobody, gets out of the two-way street without an encore. Did you happen to have one more that you can do for us? What do you think, everybody?
Sure, I'd love to.
All right, take it away.
See what?
What's that?
Oh, I'll play a dear old song of mine. I don't play it that much, but I'm going to play it. And thanks for asking. I get to play this song that I haven't played in so long. And I love this shelf. This is a perfect shelf up here. I just reach back and yeah. Thank you so much. You guys have a great weekend. And do you? I guess you know each other. Do you? If you don't know each other, at least say hey. And leaving. I mean, that's what it's going to take for us to get along, to just say hello and try to, well, I won't go there, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, thank you again. Come down off your throne, leave your body alone. Somebody must change. You are the reason I've been waiting here for so long. Somebody holds the key. Well, I'm near the end and I just ain't got the time. And I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. Come down on your own and leave your body alone. Oh, somebody must change. You are the reason I've been waiting here for so long. Oh, somebody holds the key. Well, I'm near the end and I just ain't got the time. And I'm wasted. I can't find my way home. No, I ain't done nothing wrong. Can't find my way home. Ooh. Thank you so much.